tierra y libertad. Oye tú mi canto, oye tú mi llanto,
Hello, my name is Arthur Carlos, and I've been a docent since 1993. Past experiences being out there with other people who are doing paranormal research, I've actually seen them where they had dead cell phones and the lights would light up like it was a casino machine, light up in ways that you couldn't make your cell phone do if you tried. I was telling Joe McCummins, he was a state park interpretive ranger. I told him, I says, can I stay when the mountain men are here, because the mountain men have their encampment there, I go, can I stay in one of the rooms here? And the guy goes, well, what's your purpose, staying in the rooms? I go, well, you always have me for tours out here. We didn't have the tours like the students come when we're at a station. We used to have to take the students, walk them all around the mission. They have to follow you. And then you would take them in each room wherever they wanted to go. And then you'd drop them off at the parking lot, and that was it, you know. And Joe was really into interpretation. He wanted us to wear the most original stuff we could. And so I says, hey, Joe, why don't you have some of the docents sleep in the room? That way we could say, hey, it was miserably cold, or it wasn't so bad. I saw what looked to me like a soldado de cuera, and I was having this dream about Trish was arguing with me. I must have fell asleep because I didn't get a wink all night. So I fell asleep, and I looked over and I saw this thing in my dream. I go, that's a bunch of baloney. That's not even, doesn't even exist. It's just my mind's playing with me. It's not a ghost. It's nothing. It's just my imagination. And the thing kept on approaching me closer and closer, and I was trying to convince myself not to get scared. And it was pretty soon it was standing over the cot, and I just looked at it and I just says, what do you think you can do? You can't do anything. You have no power. You can't do anything. Why? I'm not even afraid of you. And the thing just had this menacing grin, and then it just reached for my throat and started choking me. And I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. And I thought I was going to die. I was like, well, what's going to happen? This thing can actually do this? I was trying to pray. It wouldn't let me do that. And in other words, it seemed to have the control where it could get in your mind and control what you think, which that was pretty scary. And what happened is the thing just started, the entity just started squeezing really hard, or like to crush my Adam's apple. And I thought I was going to choke to death. In fact, I remember felt like my trunk was going up, you know, like when you're really under stress. And well, I just said, my God, like I thought I was going to die, and then it just let me go. So I was just like, wow, what was that? And I could still feel his hand on my throat after I woke up. I never went in that room by myself again and slept on the same cot, but I went with other people, and I was a little bit leery of sleeping in the soldiers' quarters by myself, but I did, and nothing happened. So I go, well, this thing's not following me, so it's probably in a certain room. So I felt fine with it. And then, so that was that experience. He's buried in an honorable position to the Franciscans, which is under the altar at the present site of the La Purisima mission.
My name is Ron Roche. I'm a docent out of La Purisima mission, and I'm Cabo. I'm corporal of the guard. We only had 6 soldiers at all 21 missions. I've been with the mission myself 8 years, as a soldier for 6. Yes, I have experienced paranormal activity. Was explaining the cartel to an out-of-state woman, and she took my picture by the #1 bunk. And of course I teased her and says, no, you're not going to take my spirit. This is something we usually say when people point cameras at us. And she says, oh, no, no. So she took my picture. I didn't think anything of it. She says, oh, I have to go to take a picture of the handrail inside the jail, because we did keep 6 horses in there with the prisoners. I watched her walk in. I watched the flash go off. I watched her walk out. She was the only person in the room. Then she leaves. Well, other people come in, so I started explaining the cartel again. About 45 minutes later, she comes back with a digital camera. She says, look at this, look at this. Standing next to me was a wisp of smoke. Now, I did not see it with my naked eye, but the camera caught it. The very next frame, because she backed up her camera, another frame would have been her taking a picture of the handrail. That wisp of smoke moved from standing next to me a good 15, 20 feet. It moved into the other room and posed next to the horse handrail. And I got to see the pictures. Sometimes you can sometimes pick them up with your camera, and sometimes you can't. The most common thing is you will find orbs. Those look like circular discs. And you can get them during the daytime, or you can get them in the evening. If you can enlarge them, you can sometimes see faces in the orbs. Some people have a better sense than others when it comes to the paranormal. I'm not trying to speak to the other side. I'm just trying to acknowledge them and let people know, yeah, if you see something, I'm not going to doubt you. But I haven't seen anything with my eyes. Most stuff I've seen is through the camera.
My name is Marion Roche. I am the daughter of the corporal of the guard. I have been at the mission as a docent for 10 years now. One time in the cartel, we were about 9 o'clock at night. We had gotten back from getting some supplies, and we had been walking around the mission taking pictures. And I went into the hotel where we have the picnic table, and I put the camera down there because I wanted to see how the pictures came out. Well, before I could even touch the camera began turning on and off. And Art asked me if that was my cell phone. I go, no, my cell phone's off. And so we look at the camera, and you can see the lens coming out, going back in. And my camera, it was set up where it came on, it would make a beep, a loud beep too. So when it went on the second time, I snapped a picture. And there must have been over 10 orbs above us. Yes, he lives in the arch and behind it, and he will walk. And well, first he'll peel around the corner of the arch, and then if it feels safe, he will walk midway to the arch. I have a junior docent young boy who has seen this boy himself more than once and has told me that he has seen it. I have not seen it, but I do know that it is true. I would say that he is sensitive to the spirit world of lay believers and non-believers out there will say, oh no, you're just making it up. Well, I believe that if they want you to believe it, to see it, it will appear.